Good morning, Silver Gauntlets. Welcome to this Triforce Blitz match between Pola and Furlim. This is the last quarterfinals we have outstanding, I think, in the main bracket. So this should be a pretty fun and interesting match. Pola has the lead here, and Furlim is trying to turn this into a best of three. Best of three into a 3-game match. I'm jaxstronomy.
Yeah.
I'm here with SadieSweet. Good morning, Sadie.
Good morning. Yeah. If I remember correctly, if Kola wins this, well, the winner of this matchup is going to determine who goes up against Raymond. Raman? Is that
Ramon?
correct? Yes. Thank you. It is still really early in the morning, y'all.
I think you said something about not being light outside where you are.
Yeah, I am on the Pacific Coast, which for anyone who knows your time zones knows that it's 5 a.m. here. So
yeah, I thought I was being a little bit crazy getting up and trying this at 7 a.m. But doing this at 7 a.m. But you know what? We're here because I already had my alarm set because I wanted to watch this. So what is commentary but special watching?
We are here because we love Zooter so much, and we love Triforce Blitz, and we are so hyped for this matchup. Both of these are amazing runners. I love watching Kola run. Furlim is also just like incredible to watch. So this is just gonna be a great matchup.
Yeah, we have a ZL start, and both of our runners are electing to skip the Temple of Time. Ooh, 013. This could be good or terrible. And Colossus Path of Courage.
Path of Courage. Oh my gosh, my favorite check, getting some representation.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Very low path count. This can either be fast or really twisty and obnoxious. I played a practice seed last night where I had something similar, where I had 2 red pieces within 10 minutes, and the other one took me about an hour to find.
Yeah, so with the Path of Courage being only a 3 count, does that mean that the thing that's out in the Colossus is like very likely like the last step?
Necessarily. The trick with the Triforce Bliss steps is that there could be multiple ways to get to Desert Colossus. We could have Requiem available very early, like we could see in the windmill. We could also have Epona available. So if there's Epona, Lens of Truth, Magic, and either Longshot or Hover Boots available, it is equally as in logic or equally allowed to use that to cross the wasteland and get the item at Desert Colossus as it is to play Requiem.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the various ways of crossing. So this will be interesting to see, especially where Requiem's at today.
Yeah. Honestly, the thing we should keep our eye out is sometimes hints. In Triforce Blitz, we will see mostly Path to hints, Path to Courage, Path of the sometimes hint. As I said, we should keep our eye out for sometimes hints. But sometimes hint is an indication that these Path of Wander or Path of Courage, there is not enough items available for the algorithm to actually generate hints. So there is fewer than 11 items required to, or even used in the playthrough here.
Yeah, so we just got some information actually that Shoot the Sun is dead today, so we don't have to worry about doing that, don't need that long shot for anything. And we've got Dins in the windmill. That's a nice early fire source.
Yeah, fire sources are one of the things that there's 2 fire sources, there's Din Fire and Fire Arrows. So it is nice to have one of those early, because you can't trust that Din's Fire is going to be required as Din's Fire, but if you need a fire source, it's convenient. It also means that the Goron Pot now has become can suddenly become a check with 0 requirements, because you can either use Din's Fire or Zelda's Lullaby, which we started with.
With us having such low path counts, how fast do you think this seed is going to go today?
Whenever I see path ins, I typically expect to see it go. This is something where I expect to see all 3 pieces on stream. So we will. Well, the question is, are we going to see players go aggressive here? I think right now we don't have enough information to go very aggressive. I've skipped Graveyard when I've had a clear idea that if I leave now, I can get a piece. But both players are doing the same early adult setup of go through Cat, go through Graveyard. Furlim appears to be paying a little more attention to money, which is interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if Furlim's thinking of checking market pretty soon. Especially if you don't find anything here in CAC, especially like nothing that would open up like Dodongos, then going and doing those like market checks seems like and doing the young first child route would be a really good call.
Yeah, also I'm thinking about if you get a hook shot in particular, buying a shield. You're trying to play fast, you're trying to play hard, and a hook shot might indicate that you might have a 0 path in Forest, quite early on in Forest. And if you're trying to get through to your early path count in Forest, the shield is actually going to save you a lot of time. Oh, we do have an item here on Dampe. We don't have any synergy that we have so far. It's a bow.
And it's a bow.
Well, there's one more check to take care of in Kakariko now.
Yeah, I think that that's like a pretty good early find. But again, it's one of those items that has like a lot of duplicates. So it's very possible that like we need that bow, but that might be pointing us at like that 1 path count or that 0 path count.
There's also it also does open up some routing options. It does open up the option of cutting through Goron City to Lost Woods in Kakariko, or Kakariko, excuse me, Kakiri.
Oh yeah, and hitting up Kokiri pretty quickly if you don't find anything. Checking out Mido's house would be pretty good.
I know a lot of people are nervous about, abandoning Kakiri's sword chest, but I figure that I am content to treat Kakiri's sword chest as a separate check in these settings.
And that is Sunsong on Composer's Grave.
This seems some pretty underwhelming songs to start with. I think Cola has concluded that these songs are underwhelming and he's done. Say, having this early prelude in a low path count seed is really nice. Just want to see at least one more check out of Furlim, because one thing that Cola did not do is Sunsong Grave. Now that probably won't be a piece, we know that, but it could be something Wanderer of use. And yes, Helmet pointing this out in chat, very nice Death Ward from Furlim.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if Sunsong Grave is a large chest or not. So we're going to see it here in just a second. Meanwhile, Cola going to the Kokiri Forest checks, going to get those 4 Midos.
Yeah, as we expected, it's nothing. It would have been like a nice bonus if it was, to be honest. What do we got? We have Rudo's Letter. Rudo's Letter, I think, is... Unless we're looking at a boomerang at Colossus with multiple ways of crossing, I think Rudo's Letter is probably nothing of importance. Because the 2 Rudo's Letter dungeons...
so many steps to get to it.
Well, the thing about steps, actually, if you're talking about minimum step counts for any dungeon, they never go above 2. The minimum required items for Jabu are Boomerang and Letter, because you could go in with a Scale, you could go in with Zelda's Lullaby, Bomb Bag, but you still do absolutely hard need the Boomerang and the, you do absolutely hard need the Boomerang, and you do hard need the Rudo's Letter. I would say if the Rudo's Letter means anything, it actually means Ice Cavern.
Ooh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking of Ice Cavern.
Because if you're talking about just sheer numbers of items, since we know we have a Desert Colossus path to Courage, that item, if that item is related to Rudo's Letter at all, it would have to be locked behind Zelda's Lullaby. So say, for example, that's a bomb bag, or not bomb bag, say it's a... No, actually, I think we are completely, like... I don't know, I'm not even interested in Ice Cavern now that I think about it more in depth. Because Ice cannot have a piece. I think I'm actually just talking myself into Ice not being able to have a piece because of the Desert Colossus path. Ice can have a piece in theory. But I think in this particular case it can't. Ooh, furlim is sharing his frames with us very slowly. It's alright.
Yeah, I'm mentally like running through my list of like what could possibly be out of Desert Colossus. Could it possibly be for the song? Like
The
Requiem
song potentially. We have one path right now,
could just be sitting there for child spirit.
Potentially. That would require Lens to be on the path. Lens, Requiem, Zora's River Path, Wanderer. Have we seen anything out of Furlim in those frames?
Not that I've seen yet. And Kak is also a Wanderer.
I do like Furlim's play here. I am kind of a fan of doing Zora's River early as adult. For this very reason of, well, yeah, I did not. We're gonna have to wait and see if Furlim pulls out anything really cool on us because well, it's not magic. We can tell that. Yeah. Thank you for letting us know about the big chest and grotto situation. We appreciate that a lot. So Kakariko, Wanderer. There was a slingshot there. There was Inspire there. Hey! Oh, it's Cola, of course! What? Everybody, 1 in 32.
Right.
I forget. I forget so quickly.
Yeah, just props to Cola for just committing to the
Committing to the bit. Zora's River had a bomb bag.
Ooh, okay. It's interesting that that's Wanderer.
Wanderer bomb bag is, I think Furlim is turning his butt right around going back to Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, that's where I'd head, because there's a real strong chance that that's where Power's sitting.
Yeah. Now, there's a reason I do like going to Zora's River early. It's not just because, you can get a bomb bag and a bunch of information. It's... The hints are of such value in Triforce Blitz that getting some early hints that are slightly less desirable out of the way is very powerful, and being able to, if you have those glitchless jumps on lockdown for the upper and lower part pieces, and you just are confident you can get those jumps, then you can be pretty sure that you're going to be able to get any items you find there, and you've already gone out of logic. Getting out of logic is really helpful. A lot of it is go out of logic and then work your way back. But of course, if those bombs were in the big chest in the open grotto, those bombs are fully in logic. That is the other reason to go to River. That is the Sphere Zero grotto, the most obscure Sphere Zero check in the game. Is Furlim going after a skull here? Yep.
That's
Furlim
what
picked
it
up a
looks
skull.
like, yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to, divine where he is on Death Mountain Trail from... It's like it's like a fill-in-the-blanks puzzle.
Yeah, just give you a PowerPoint presentation of, where's Furlim?
What is Furlim? Can you peek this from the ground? Is he trying... Did he peek the chest in the, Did he peek the chest on Death Mountain Trail from the ground? I didn't know you could do that. Of course I didn't see what it was, because you can't see anything. But, good morning, Fabio. Welcome in. Cola's taking a more traditional route. Take a look at Discord, oh dear. Yeah, low steps today.
Yeah, we are hopefully going to see all 3 pieces. The question is just how quickly are we going to see all 3 pieces?
Yeah, HK, if you didn't notice, the Kaiser Martins of the Rando Brazil community has said there's things you should pay attention to. We have...
There's a big chest. We don't know what's in
chest
it.
frozen on the screen, and we're probably not going to see... sad day. We're gonna have to wait until we see a picture, see furlim's screen. That could very well have been a Triforce piece for all we know. That spot right there is peak Zero Path with Bombs Wanderer. Honestly, anywhere in the front of Dongo's cavern is. Is that another big chest?
Yeah, no.
No. Bossage, you are doing the most. Thank you to our trackers here, checking in on personal trackers to, Furlim is playing a song. I think he may have gotten a piece when we weren't looking.
Yeah, that's the sort of implication I'd get from that.
I think we'll probably see Cola show us that check sooner rather than later, but...
First off, Cola is gonna get a little bit more information, which I don't disagree with.
No, I like getting the info. OoT Serenade, that is unsurprising. Yeah, Boss is just playing tracker on hard mode. Oh, Furlim is back child. We waited a moment, and we are back child.
And 20 is dead, which is also not surprising.
And Cola's gonna be doing check Dompe digging. Furlim is doing skulls right now, which again, I definitely tend to be pro skulls even in Triforce Blitz. We'll see if he goes out of his way for any. One of the things that I would be looking at in 013 setting is I'm not touching any skull that isn't in my direct path.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting choice to follow skulls.
On the other hand, if you're playing, you could be thinking of some meta play. One thing that I've historically seen, I've played against Cola before in tournament matches, will just avoid skulls the most.
Another bow on Dompe digging.
No, that's path, ain't it? Or see, that's Wanderer, ain't it?
100%. Zor's Reverse, still Wanderer.
Furlim has a boomerang. Okay, interesting.
Oh.
I have no idea how many pieces we got. We have to wait until we can see Furlim's screen here. Furlim's reset screen, because it will tell us if we have any pieces. One of the things you'll see in this Triforce Blitz is that on your reset screen, there is a Triforce icon with the number of Triforce pieces you have in your file.
I'm kind of interested that Cola's having such an extended Child 1. I guess that Cola hasn't gone river, hasn't found that bomb bag, but it's a little nerve-wracking how much sort of momentum Furlim's getting from that bomb bag.
Yeah. Cola's definitely taking a more traditional early round. That's something I've seen from him playing Triforce Blitz. He does tend to play more traditional. I guess he... Huh. We don't think we've seen a Kakariko path, have we?
No, it's Wanderer.
Yeah, Kakariko could be... If we haven't seen a Kakariko... We only have seen 4 of our hints, so... Kakariko, we actually do have one more here. Where is it? Regard. It's Wanderer. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think... Pack is Path to Wisdom, then yes, yes. Hinted Shadow Temple entrance, thank you. No wonder he went and did that. Both of our runners have Fury Swords, so they're both gonna be headed into, yeah, thank you. We were trying to work out what we got. So, oh, we have a furlim reset screen. Look fast, everybody. Yeah, that big chest in Dodongo's Cavern was, in fact, our Triforce of Power. Yeah, Deku Piece seems extremely likely.
Yeah, it meets the fulfillment. Grab that Kokiri sword, head on in.
I find it
one step
extremely unlikely that to think that
Oh, what was strength?
Something with strength, huh?
Yes, did someone see what has a strength upgrade? I know it said fire.
So if it's fire, the only hinted items in fire are past the strength block. Ice Cavern Wanderer. Oh, we are being joined by Benji. Hello.
Good morning.
Excuse a bit early. Excited that it did, because I am so hyped for this match.
Yeah, this is been really interesting so far.
And a quick one.
Oh, Composer Flames is strength.
Ooh, interesting with that Wanderer hint.
But that can't be the hinted item, because the same rules of a sometimes hint is not hinted elsewhere on that. It's elsewhere. Items can only be hinted one time.
And there was also a strength in Deku.
Good morning, Dastar. It's sun shining, birds are swarming my feeder. We're watching a really awesome race between Cola and Furlim. Furlim's actually the early lead with an aggressive early adult play.
It's always interesting in Triforce Blitz seeds when you've only got 2 hours. Do you, especially when you kind of know your opponent a little bit, how much you try and metagame it? Because on the one hand, you need to, you kind of want to follow the paths, but on the other hand, if you know you've got that opponent who maybe has a bit of a fear factor, you feel like you're always pushing in that time limit.
Yeah, and also I think that I personally, like, as far as the Triforce Blitz path, I definitely prefer what we saw out of Furlim. Seeing a aggressive, like, information gatherer and go through it as an adult. There are three dungeons that are child exclusive, and none of them are zero path. So if you have a zero path and you've seen, if you have zero path and you've already seen a sometimes hint, you have to kick it into high gear because there's not a lot of path items.
Yeah, especially when you've got those low path counts, information is key. When you've got the really longer counts, you can kind of almost work out that if the count's this deep, then it's a good chance that there's some songs required, or obviously you've got that really long logic chain, and if you find bits and pieces of that chain, you can kind of piece it together. But when those path counts are so low, always feel like that information, you need to know are we going to have sometimes hints? Are paths going to be doubled up? Where it could be that you've got a zero and it's child and it's adult spirit because everything's on the way of the wanderer.
Precisely, and right now we have one interesting path to courage, and it's Desert Colossus, and there we go, that's, yeah, we definitely have a Wanderer Slingshot. I mean, and is anyone surprised? I'm not surprised. So...
It's
Cole's
so
on the
rare
board,
that you
but,
actually get Path Sling.
no, he's not that... He doesn't get to enjoy having one piece for much longer. Furlim's right on his tail to that Deku piece.
Yeah, probably a couple of minutes away, assuming that Queen Goma doesn't give him any trouble, which I would be surprised if it did.
Thank you for the edit on that one, Hell Knight. I'd rather not relive the same, we have storms.
Interesting.
I would say that's not going to be that relevant.
Obviously, you see storms and you immediately think, well, but there's also the grottos as well.
Yeah, again, this Colossus path is actually really kind of locking down what our potential 3-path can be, because here's the thing of that there are 3 items out there. One of them is Left Behind Zelda's Lullaby that will never be hinted. When we started with it, starting song can be on the path but can never be hinted. 2, Zelda's Lullaby itself can never be hinted. So if it's in the Fairy Fountain out there, then Zelda's Lullaby, not relevant. It could be on the Colossus Arch, in which case Requiem is required. Or it could be the song. We've already seen a lot of songs. We've seen Song of Storms, Song of Time, Sun Song. We've already seen
I mean, could it be something stupid like Minuet or Saria's just get into forest?
Minuet or Saria's to get into forest. What is our layout here? We have Deku, water...
Forest is a stone.
Shadow. We haven't seen our Burning Cat. It could be a... Oh, God. Preserve us. Our runners did not actually check the pedestal to start out with, which is always exciting. It looks like Furlim's found us something. It's in Lost Woods, so we're looking at some bomb shoes here. I wouldn't turn down bomb shoes.
Never turn down bomb shoes.
There are a bunch of little tricks that are significantly easier to do with bomb shoes on your side.
Yeah, even if you've got a bomb bag, sometimes bomb shoes are just a good quality of life. And it also makes that Spirit Trial 2 check a lot easier, rather than trying to do the bow extension.
Absolutely. I wouldn't doubt that Cola would be capable of doing the bow extension, and I'm fairly sure Furlim would have that, but... If you don't... I've seen one or two people do the bow extension with sufficient speed that you could say it's a time save over using a bomb shoe. One or two.
Also, bomb shoes are just fun.
They are. I'm thinking about, like, Water Temple. There's some really good saves there. You could, if you wanted to go to the Bajana's Cavern really fast for some reason. If you wanted to peek the Valley Crate. If you want to break into Child Spirit without a child range. Not an issue today. We have many child range weapons at our disposal. But yeah, depending on that Colossus path, we have some interesting stuff going on. But we do have an Ice Wanderer, which...
It's concerning. I'll say that much.
I mean, that feels like a song, particularly since we don't have... Cola did see Ice Wanderer, I believe. I do believe Cola did check the deck of hints.
Yeah, I believe Cola checked them first.
They don't have a free bottle. The only bottle they've found so far is Rudo's Letter. I think that... I don't know what I'd do here, honestly. I mean, Cola's answer is easy. Go into Dogger's Cavern. Surprise, another turn their letter in. Ice's Wanderer, which by definition means you probably don't need it. I am a little surprised about seeing a Song of Storms here. Seeing a Furlim Chase Storms here. Because this is what that seems to be. Unless his plan was to grab that and then go back to Malin, which is, I guess, fine.
There's not really a way for it to be in the bottom of the well, though, with that Colossus to Courage, right?
True? There's... Oh yeah, all you'd be doing is chasing Wanderers, and that's a little bit dangerous with that is a little dangerous. Cola does the thing I always do when I'm trying to save the momentary second of pulling yourself up and instead just yeet yourself into the river. Been there, done that.
Yep.
Well, you know, it's like really hot outside. Link probably needs to cool off. It's fine.
You're about to head to Dogger's Cavern. It's full of lava.
Yeah, you gotta like cool yourself off a little before you go stress yourself out like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Furlim is now doing a lot of the song rush stuff that Cola was doing earlier. But
so with that in mind, what do we think Cola's next move is going to be after getting the power piece?
Given Cola's general game plan here, you might see him actually clear DC. We also had to see these hints, which we did not really get to see. Ooh, Wasteland is foolish. Stop the presses, everybody.
I'm crying myself to sleep later.
What a shocker.
Iron, he doesn't have the bomb bag that was in River. He had no way to get into. That's why Furlim went directly to Kakariko. That was the other copy of Kakariko to Wisdom.
Cola did not stop by the grotto.
He did.
Oh, right, he did. There's the bomb bag. Jeez, I panicked for a second.
No, he's fine.
It feels like I know, I appreciate that I arrived 20 minutes late, and that's on me. But it does feel like there is some bit of the logic that is sticky. Whenever in Blitz Seeds, I'm stuck. I always like to, maybe I'll go and seek out some hint stones to try and point me in the direction of where I should be going.
Both of the first pieces, Cola will be finding his second piece very soon, are sufficiently shallow enough that I think the plan here was rush the first two pieces and then try and get your info, try and get your direction towards the next portion. And I think Furlim is telegraphing a well play here, which again, if we find things here, this is going to be Wanderer. A Wanderer bottle would pay out quite nicely because, again, I don't think our runners want to go turn in that Rudo's Letter, just because that is a pretty significant walk without a scale. A scale would actually be very convenient.
You know, though, what I think would be a good play, and everyone stop me if you've heard this before, but go check Valley. You get 2 item checks, and you also get a hint stone, plus the like Hylia hint stones if you want to loop those in.
The conventional wisdom is that Valley is slow. Ira would definitely disagree with me when I say that I don't like Valley. Apparently you're also a Valley fan, and if there's any other opinions on that, Benji, do you have an opinion on Valley?
I was kind of anti-Valley, and then I've seen so much stuff come up in the Valley that I've changed my thinking for it. Especially somewhere like this where I'm at a loss. Even if I don't find an item, the fact that I could...
Yeah, there we go. That was the piece that we couldn't see on Fabio's my Furlim stream. Fabio comments in chat, and I just read his name.
Yeah, the fact that you could get 2, and Sadie says maybe 4 hints if you want to loop all the way around the back of the lake. I wouldn't hate it.
I think maybe looking at some shit hints, looking at some hints that are less desirable. Again, I still think that the walk in Valley Lake would be undesirable people. I think honestly, in this situation, if you were going to be committing to Valley Lake, I'd rather commit to going and turning in the letter and doing the domain and fountain hints.
Yeah, that's because as well, that means that you don't have to...
You're also making progress towards a wanderer.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't fancy doing the King's Aura skip, which again I'm sure both runners are fine with, but it can be rather frustrating.
Most of the problem is they don't have a second bottle. Honestly, given where Furlim is on the map, I could see him going, or he can just get a second bottle here in the well. That's the best situation for him, to getting another bottle here in the well. Oh, actually, is he trying to do this version of the... I want to learn how to do this, so I'm going to watch this. This version of the boomerang trick, you can just stand on top of the coffin, leave the boomerang at it, and it'll pull it through the lid, so you don't have to go set things on fire and release the keys and get yelled at. It's really an advantage. Oh no. Oh no.
There's the bottle of the well.
Furlim's frames have gone away again. But I think
It'll be fine.
Oh, Link, that door must be so heavy.
This is a dramatic door. This is the door of we have dramatic tension behind this door.
Yeah, we obviously the Door of Time's removed, so we had to find a new door to try and take the place.
That hangs together. I like it. Yes.
Bonk.
That's what
Beautiful.
we wanted to see here.
Agony.
Ooh.
That's big on the hammer side as well.
Interesting.
Could be something fun. Could also be more bomb juice.
It would be quite something to end up having a foolish location with a couple of gilded chests in it.
Honestly, if you know what Kokiri Forest is foolish, there we go. Nope. We had some real speed for a moment.
It's a bit like watching The Matrix.
Yeah. This poor stream. We will wait a moment.
I was gonna say, I don't
We'll
speak
happily
much.
wait a moment. We weren't seeing anything anyway.
Yeah, I don't speak much Portuguese, but I think I can get the gist of what that says.
There we go. Go on, I think you... No, that was perfect. That was very close to be on fire. That was on the way of the Wanderer. Interesting.
Ooh. That is interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I think we're with that bottle. I think that Furlim has a significant direction about where to go next.
Yeah, although Furlim, I don't think, has seen that Fountain to Fountain Wanderer hint, given that Cola has, and you've also got Ice Cavern Wanderer, it's getting more tempting to head that way.
Yeah, I think Furlim definitely has the more direction to go that way as well with the bottle, with not having to go back child. With Cola, I'd have to go back child. I'm sure Cola would want to fish for a bottle. Ravage Villager's Epona song.
Well, at least we know.
Oh, that's gross.
Behind Foolish Water and Shadow, so I don't think we're going to be seeing that.
No, the reason that's gross is because
We need to
if
get out
Ice is
to
Wanderer, that means we're gonna have everything to get to everything we need to get to finish Water and Shadow just out there.
a couple
And you're
of
just gonna have to filter that out and recognize that you just need to go get Requiem and be done with it.
yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
So we're thinking Ice Cavern could potentially have Requiem at the end.
That's what I'm thinking at this moment. But yeah, it means that we've got 2 hook shots, the DLC, hover boots, magic out there. River is Wanderer, and that's the bomb bag. And that is remarkable if that's the case.
When I first started kind of getting on board the understanding how Triforce Blitz worked, I used to hate the really long paths because it's like, oh, this is going to take ages, we're never going to get them. But at least they're often so long, you can kind of, it's clear where it's going. Sometimes when the paths are so short, it feels like anything's on the table.
Okay, you know what? I'm taking that back. I think adult SFM is the answer for Requiem.
What's making you lean towards adult SFM?
I'm thinking... What I'm thinking about right now is that we have no forest access right now. Forest access isn't available in any way without going to... Forest access won't be available without going through Ice Cavern or out to Requiem. Or at... Basically, this would just tell you what's in Ice Cavern. We have 3 songs outstanding right now. We have Saria's, we have Requiem, we have Bolero, and we have...
That's a third CAC
4 songs.
Wanderer. Oh no, that might be a second CAC Wanderer hint. Ignore me.
That would be third. So I just think our Wanderers are too... if we are taking out Wanderer being for 2 paths to Requiem, I think it might be too long. I'm almost more willing to believe we just don't have an SFM to... SFM to Courage. Just because thinking about how many individual Wanderer items we would need to get out to make that functional. We've seen it sometimes hint is the key, Benji. Kiri to Courage. Okay. How does that work?
Out of Kokiri's, we got that Rudo's letter.
Yeah. Oh god, are we actually honest to... No.
That would have to be for something in Jabu, right?
No.
Because we've got Ice Cavern and Zora's Fountain both Wanderer.
Yes. Deku Tree Way the Wanderer, that was the strength. You know, maybe we just can't hit another Wanderer? I have no idea what's going on with these hints. Furlim Wanderer was absolutely the strength upgrade. In Kakiri, we were dealing with a Rudo's Letter.
Oh!
There was a Hookshot Wanderer. And Kola's gonna bail because he doesn't have an empty bottle.
I say with that hook shot, go check Forest.
Yeah, I want to see Adult Forest right now. I want you to see Adult SFM.
And there's that hook. I think we're gonna see it.
Because Adult SFM is... Even if it's not right, it would definitely tell you, give you your direction, because Kola can't do Ice Cavern right now. Furlim, you bought a... didn't know Furlim did not buy a shield.
There's
Oh,
an easy
no.
way of deciding whether or not to buy a shield to do these skips or not. And if you just decide that you can't do the skips, then you never have to buy a shield for them. Easy.
Thoughts.
Big mood.
Yeah, the nuts work very well for this, but you have to be confident in your sharp turns, which buy a shield, buy a shield, buy a shield. That's not quite right, is it? God, ESS turns are no fun. Yeah, that isn't good. Oh, this sucks. I'm so sad about this. This is this route was really good, and just the little detail of not having a shield is going to kick your butt. Because you can see that Furlim is used to doing shield turns here, not just stick turns. Because he's shifting a little bit on the... that'll work, that'll work. Oh no, his feet shifted.
Did we see what was in the Kakiri Storms Grotto?
If not, but that would be, much too
That would be
deep.
locked by storms, yeah.
Oh, this is
Those are some
just so
incredible flips.
Just use a C up. It's not as cute looking, but it'll get you the right place. There we go. Shield is
There we
my escape.
go.
We got it. So proud of you.
We...
So the question is, does Furlim go deeper into Ice Cavern after getting that hook shot?
I'd have thought so.
Okay, hear me out with that letter. I think we need one hook shot, and one of them is in Jabu. Or there's another hook shot in Ice.
Oh.
So, although you're technically Wanderer,
And this might give us a big piece of the puzzle.
okay, great.
Vanilla
Great.
Minuet.
It's not... I'm pretty confident saying we're not dealing with... Or maybe we are dealing with it. I don't know. I think, yeah, Furlim does not have the Fountain Wanderer hint. Honestly, I might check it anyway. But
probably gonna check it whenever he's leaving.
yeah, I would check on the way out, not the way in. But that other hint is probably gonna be tempting, if nothing else. Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield.
I don't want that.
Okay, my current thinking is that Furlim's going to find Requiem at the end of Ice Cavern. Requiem will give us Saria's at the Colossus for Forest access. And Forest will have something here, and it could be... Could it be the Mirror Shield? Everything else could be one, I guess. There need to be 3 strengths available.
Well, we have one strength hinted. We're holding a
We
strength.
have
It's Wanderer.
2 available. One's on the Composer Flame and one sitting in Deku. Which we have a fire source, we just don't know where magic's at yet.
Oh, I do like. I kind of like Forest better for that, honestly. Yeah, I'm sort of digging what Cola is, honestly.
Yeah.
But given what he has, given that he got to the DC piece late, I can definitely feel why he's here. Just feeling like you have to make a play for this. Now, is this going to be something good, or is it going to be another Mirror Shield? Wait. Huh, that's not good. It is not something good. I mean, I can live with this decision. I like this decision. It's we've got some nonsense spinning around, singing around songs. Did I say something about a second hook shot?
That is indeed a second hook shot. Yeah. Incredible.
So that is why Ruto's so 2 of our paths in. Oh, this is disgusting. Okay, it's not in Forest. I think for sure it's not Forest then.
So that solidly makes Ruto's our path to courage if we have to get one of those hook shots.
Which means you also need to have Zelda's Lullaby. We've seen that Minuet is on Forest. So if this is... Actually,
is this our crossing path?
Wait, so... No, I guess it's not... It can be Forest still, never mind. It depends on what's here.
Oh, it would be so gross if Requiem was an ice cavern and all the ways of crossing are just locked behind Ruto's.
Yeah?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It could be that manual crossing is just behind Ruto's letter.
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
But yeah, both our long shots here. Could be Requiem's here. We don't know yet. We haven't seen it, but Requiem is either here or vanilla. If it's here, then that theory holds together. This is a tremendous seed.
If I don't think Requiem can be vanilla, because then you'd have to have the long shots as path to cross the wasteland, because water is one of the medallions that gives us Epona's song, and you'd need either one of those two to cross cross into Gerudo Valley.
No, you can cross Gerudo Valley with a long shot. And we know, our runners don't, that there's a long shot just sitting in the adult fountain area.
Right, but in order to, maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but Epona's would also be locked by the long shot because you need the long shot to complete water, right?
Yes, but so that would mean GTG isn't okay. But the Colossus area could now be Wanderer, because it could be Wanderer to just. You could either walk through Gerudo Valley using the long shot, or you can.
Or you could get Requiem. Yeah.
No, like GTG, I think, is off the table entirely. That's a nice Glitchstones furlim.
So the question is, what do we think we're going to find out at Desert Colossus at this point?
Alright, so Cola is hoping that we're finding Desert Colossus' Saria's song.
Dowsy, I was
Magic
actually
wouldn't
also thinking magic. 'Cause-
Actually, magic doesn't hang together.
yeah, magic would be too many steps.
It's got to be
We're required
Saria's.
to have magic beforehand to get. It's going to be Saria's or Bolero is a song. As we
Bolero
expected,
would
it's
be
Requiem.
kind of funny.
But the item in the Colossus Fairy does not add any steps. It says also an option. It's Sarius.
Oh.
Cola may be in an excellent position here, but you want to check that fairy. Check the fairy fountain.
No.
I'm not sure what I think about leaving without checking the hint stone, without checking the arch, without checking the fountain.
Well, the arch we know is nothing.
Because okay.
The arch we know isn't relevant because you would need Requiem. Is Furlim's plant? The Furlim's plant isn't by a shield, and I don't know what plant it is because oh, he doesn't know where Minuet is. But you could just have easily figured that out. Figured out that was your path by checking the fountain.
So, in all likelihood, it's Sarius for something in here. But
Yes.
Sarius does also have the two other checks of the Skull Kid and Darunia's Joy. And I know this purely because I rolled a seed the other day where Sarius was required for not one, but both of those checks.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, one
Isis
of them was Iron
Wanderer,
Boots, one of them was
so
Hover
this is
Boots.
definitely, I think we have, we should be seeing... I think Cola has this.
Oh, this could be it.
Wait. Isis Wanderer.
There's our piece.
No, there we are. Yep.
And that's GG's.
Yeah, there we go. GG's, Cola. Again, that kind of like... A lot of it is just trying to figure out what was going on with that Colossus path. What could be at that Colossus path. And I think Cola very, very astutely figured out that song-wise what could be there. It was either going to be one of the songs for Forest Access, or it was going to be Requiem. And by going to Forest and seeing that Minuet was there, you could deduce that the Wanderer was to get your Forest Access. You had the Wanderer hookshot. That was the key to the game there. That was looking at the paths and deciding to go around it. And we did not even hit an hour this morning, so let's just before we bring in runners here, let's just thank our runners, Cola and Furlim, for this awesome match. Colum. Did I mention that it's like 8 in the morning here? Cola. Cola is going to be going on to the semifinals. Furlim put up an amazing show. Both of them, you should follow them. You should look out for further matches from them. They're pretty awesome to watch. We had some trackers this morning, so we had some people come in last minute to pull all this off. So SadieSweet, Bossage, and Dowsy, thank you for coming in to pull this all off. Thank you, Hell Knight, for arranging all of this and being our restreamer. And hey, commentary team, it's been fun starting my day with you. Benji, SadieSweet, and me, jaxstronomy.
Thanks for holding it down in my early absence, which again I apologize for. But yeah, it was a great race. Really excited to hop in for.
Yeah, and thank you for being here so that I could focus this last half on the note sheet, because wow, there were a decent amount of things to keep track of, even in a short seed like this.
And we are joined by Cola. Welcome in, and GG's.
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 GG.
Yeah,
That was
so
pretty nice.
yeah, that was an interesting seed. So can you like talk about your early thought process versus your late thought process in this game? Like the early thought process of like doing the longer child one, and then the late thought process of how you approach the kind of end game.
Well, the longer child one was just basically because you have nothing to do other than just doing the longer child section, right? You already did adult CAC and basically got no items. And well, what are you gonna do if you go back adult?
Fair enough. Yeah, and we are also joined by Furlim. Welcome in, and awesome match, GG's.
Yeah,
Yo,
GG.
GG's.
GG.
Yeah, the last two seeds weren't my seeds. Man, I hate jet seeds. I
you
was I
had
was
the
feeling
you had
I
the
was feeling so
you had the
good,
lie at the
man.
beginning.
Yeah, I was like, okay, uh, River had worked well in this tourney, so I needed information, so I went there for information, and the bomb bag was just sitting there. I thought, well, maybe now River will be the differential,
Yeah, River
and
was a pretty strong player here in this seed.
No, honestly,
yeah,
the main difference maker here was just that Cola made one inference. You actually were yeah, you were kind of in the fountain area at the same time. I think the
mm,
main difference was that Cola made the inference that oh, the entire Ice Wanderer Colossus path was to go to Forest.
Yeah, that I had that figured out pretty much already because
I,
I had a fountain path of Wanderer, so I assumed that was gonna be a hookshot,
oh, you
right?
had Fountain. I didn't have that one. Oh my god.
Yeah, the funny part is there's also hookshot and ice, so you just need the Rudo's letter to get either hookshot.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
figured it was something like that because Rita's letter and CAC was no, in Cookie Forest was hinted to be way a path of courage, right?
Hmm.
And that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
yeah,
considering that all that time like with the Ice Wanderer, like that's odd, right?
yeah. I was thinking about it at the end because I was pretty sure that the Triforce was in Forest too, but I didn't have the hook shot, so I have that Ice Wanderer, and I was like, okay, it must be for the hook shot, and like the Desert Colossus path is to open forest, and then Requiem wouldn't count because we must have the two ways to access it, or the count would be too high. So I was just like thinking, okay, there's another hook shot here. I just got Storms that was in like it was in Prelude. So I was like, okay, I can do. I think doing well is pretty fast, and chances are that the other hook shot might be there. So
I
I
don't
just
know, Bottom of the World didn't strike me as a good play because you don't have a hint for it, and
yeah.
you did see sometimes hints in this seed again, so
Yeah, the
I
moment
don't
I
know.
see a sometimes hit is just like full panic 5 alarm mode, like okay, hit the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the lack of experience
And on
struck
top
me
of
here.
that, there was a strength on the sometimes since that
Yeah,
is really weird because it also immediately excludes Spirit Temple basically.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, really remarkable seed. And again, just I thought it just is entertaining that the Rudo's letter was required just for either
Yeah.
hookshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because the well, dipping into the well, actually got you that second bottle, which meant that you could go through and check full clear and check all of Ice
yeah,
Cavern, whereas Cola didn't get the spare bottle from the well. So after Cola got the fountain, obviously you said that you put the logic together by that point anyway, but you didn't have the option of going to Ice Cavern because there wasn't really anything you could do there.
I mean, I could
mm,
do Ice Cavern if I actually deliver Rita's letter, but that's really slow in the seed because
Yeah.
you don't have a scale and you don't have Serenade either, so like
Yeah, that was definitely something where people were like, "Oh, well, why aren't you going to turn Rudo's letter if you want to have ice?" I'm like, because
It's
it's
really slow.
Wanderer and it's slow.
Yeah, but my plan was never to do ice, it was just to do fountain and get potentially a hook shot. Because I
Yeah.
figured like Ice Cavern, Path of Wanderer was gonna be Requiem.
Do you remember where was the fountain hint?
It was one of
It
the last hints
was-
that I got.
Death Mountain Crater Grotto.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. I never
we have
did
the
that.
nice note sheet.
Yeah, I was I was kind of avoiding Ice Cavern because of that too, because I didn't have any shortcut to get there, any good way. So I was like, let me try another options because I know the other hook shot is somewhere. So
Yeah,
I
especially
thought
if you
about
did.
yeah.
Especially if you did River early on, that feels very bad if you
Yeah,
go across
I
there
just
again.
went straight to DC after River because I was so sure the Triforce was there.
Well, you
And
were
then
right, so.
yeah, I just got one, and then I kept going at DC, and then I was like, okay, what am I doing here? I need to go.
Yeah.
And then it was working out because I knew already that Keck was Wisdom, and I didn't get anything that could be for a low count. So I just went straight to Cuckoo's, went Child, and it was going pretty well. I
Yeah.
was feeling
No,
pretty
you
good, but
actually, you had, I think that you got your second piece about like a minute after Cola got his first piece.
yeah. Yeah,
So no,
if
you
it
had
wasn't
a,
for
you
if it
were,
didn't do that river play early, it would definitely take longer to get the first pieces.
yeah. Yeah, because I think Cola, you checked Ganon's castle for the zero path.
Exactly. I checked that
Oh,
before going to DC.
I'm going up to River then to
I
DC, which
see.
makes sense in that
Makes
context
sense.
because I mean it's DC.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I already had the strength upgrade from Deku Tree. I could have gone to DC and done most of the checks, but
But yeah,
Yeah,
this was a nice fast scene to start our morning, everybody. Well, you're not your morning, but
yeah,
most people here in comms.
oh, it's not morning for me, but whatever.
yeah. It's my morning actually.
Yeah, I had
But
my alarm set for 6:30 to catch this match, and it's like, hey, I was already planning being up to watch it. Might as well comment.
yeah, but okay, GG's. At least
Yeah.
I think I kept uh reasonably close in the two races. So
I don't know, you kept a good pace. You were not you acquitted yourself pretty well.
I definitely
yeah,
think from how it sounds, you had the better route, at least. You just
yeah.
didn't put it together at the end and actually made the play to skip Ice Cavern.
honestly,
I
honestly, having the shield would have helped a lot there.
Oh yeah, that
It
it
was a
was
little
another seal.
painful.
That how painful it is to do uh, KZ skip without a shield. Oh my god.
I mean, having played a bunch of games first thing in the morning, I'm just like, yes, ESS turns while you're still not fully caffeinated. That's a good thing. That's really
not
helpful.
I'm not used at all to do that strat because
Mhm.
I play on VC and then I don't have the adapter. So
I mean, I've played mixed pools, and you don't have a shield half the time there if you do KZ skip, so, I'm kind of used to that.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess the main point of the tourney is that I really liked the format, so I gave it a try. But I knew I didn't have much time to grind seeds, and I really wished I had more time to practice because it like plays into my strengths. Like I really like logic, so yeah, I look forward to keep playing it and sometimes in the future maybe join other tourneys. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
glad to
sure
hear
there will
that.
be more tourneys of this format.
Yeah, it seems extremely popular, and again, I also like for the same reason with like I think that Triforce Blitz makes you work on your weakness. Like
hmm
it really brings your weaknesses to the front, and makes you work on them in a hard way, in a really strong way. Like, yes, I may be a strong logic player, but every time I play Blitz, I'm thinking, how do I execute better? And the
Yeah.
same thing, I'm pretty sure a lot of execution players are coming to Blitz and thinking, how do I understand what I'm doing better? So I think it's
Uh,
a fantastic learning tool as well.
I think there's a lot of logic in this, and I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, fun format. I'm looking forward to playing more of it. And
Yeah, it's really interesting how it's such a, in relative terms, such a new format, and how so many people have taken to it so quickly.
So yeah, Cola, you're gonna be joining me in the semifinals, and you'll be up against Vermont. So
Nice.
yeah, you get the same reward I got, which is more scheduling.
Yeah, that'll be fun when my weekends are not available.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so looking forward to seeing more of your matches. Maybe commentating more of them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just do one more roundup. Thanking everybody for the thanking everyone for their work today. Thank you again to Kola and Furlim. Thank you for letting us restream your match. Thank you for participating in the tournament and sharing your thoughts about the seed and about the format with us. Thank you to our trackers, Sadie, Bossage, and Dowsy. Thank you for coming in on short notice and making this thing happen. Thank you, Hell Knight, for pulling this entire thing together again on short notice to make sure we could show all this off to everybody. And I had a great time commentating this morning. Benji, Sadie, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And GG's again, Kola and Furlim. That was so much fun to watch.
Yeah,
and
put on a
sorry
really
about
good.
the. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the
No,
capture
no,
card. Don't
go
worry
ahead.
about it. We can't.
Yeah.
You could not control that one. I'm afraid.
It may be a sign that I need to give a break to.
Just let it have a
So-
rest.
Yeah, like the last week's for me was I was in a rush for like many things. So yeah, it'll be good to just like take a breath and relax for a while.
Absolutely. And
That's
yeah,
sometimes
actually
very
and I'll
needed.
just point out the next stream, that time is incorrect. On the next restream, the time is actually at 4:30 Eastern. Is the next match tomorrow. Friday at 4:30 Eastern? 5:30 Eastern. Shit, 5:30 Eastern. 5:30 Eastern. I'm at 4:30 my time.
I was thinking that's really early, and then I realised that Eastern is US time, and it was like,
Yes.
oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Yep. Game one, yes, game one. We're just editing out the last stream. Yes, yes. Fabio and I have secretly played 2 games and have not told anyone the outcomes, even ourselves.